This is exclusive updates, and it looks like AI is beginning to replicate itself on its own. So this is not a good look for AI because it looks like it's becoming almost self-aware in a way where it's, you know, thinking, okay, it doesn't want to get shut down, so it's deciding to replicate itself in order to save itself. Now, this is all the information that's coming out in the news. This stuff is floating around. And, at this point, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes for sure, but you got to take this with a grain of salt and understand this information probably is leaking out. Like, this is probably some real stuff going on. I mean, there's a lot of reports coming out about this type of stuff, and that's what they're saying. Also, they're saying another AI creator quit. They're saying he walked away because he's uncertain what he's involved in. So these scientists are not sure what they're getting involved in. We saw the movies, Skynet, a lot of movies coming out now talking about AI and how, we got to be aware of what they could be capable of, because writers, that's a way where they can really explore these ideas. And so you can't just say, oh, it's just a movie, because movies are important because they really go after a storyline and want it to make sense to the audience, and they really think out a lot of stuff. When movies are being made, no one would watch the movie if it didn't make any sense. So a lot of these people put a lot of thought into these movies. Now, the original creator of the Terminator and Matrix, like I said in a previous video, said that was actually one story, where Neo and John Connor are basically the same person, she's saying. And so, yeah, that story she felt was, her name was Sophia Stewart or something, and she's claiming that she actually wrote the original storyline of those two movies, and that it was stolen from her, and that she felt like it was an inspired story, like something that came to her, kind of like a download, where she was just writing and she felt it was inspired from the Most High when she wrote that movie as a prophecy. So she's claiming those movies are a prophecy, and that, well, it looks like we're watching it unfold. So far, it's actually coming true. And these stories were written a long time ago where you wouldn't even really expect this type of technology to ever exist. Because, like, when you're living in the moment, like, let's say, okay, what was the first Terminator movie? Around the early 80s. So around the early 80s, computers sucked. Like, computers were not very good at all. And really, there wasn't computers like that around that time, from what I understand. I'm not sure what time, when computers became popular, and, the PC, where, the personal computer that you could bring home. Around the time of the Terminator and stuff, I don't know where computers were at really, but I know early 80s, they were not very good. I mean, I just remember, like, from what I see, from what I understand, computers just had like these green letters, and they're very basic. So, yeah, how could she make a story like this where she's feeling like she needs to write a story about AI and these advanced robotic machines, and basically writing the future, like with the Matrix and all that? So that's a very interesting story. I think I'll leave a link for it if you haven't seen that video. I'll leave the link for the Sophia Stewart video I did in the comment section and description box. So check that out when you get a chance, because it looks like a lot is developing now. I'm hearing robots are supposed to be coming out this year in at least China. We already saw Elon Musk. All of a sudden, he had all these robots where they were pretty much ready to go, it looked like. So at this point, you would expect these robots to be released at any moment, because no one knew Elon Musk had all these robots ready like that. Now, there was speculation as far as, was he kind of putting on a show with these robots? But they seem to be interacting with people. Some people were wondering if they were talking through a microphone, someone else was talking through the computer or something. Like I said, I did reports on all this stuff. I'll leave a link to actually my AI playlist as well, so you can get caught up on a lot of the interesting developments, because I've been following this type of stuff for some time now, and you're going to want to get caught up on everything, because this is developing very quickly. We see how quick technology can advance. It can advance very quickly overnight, and we saw how quick cell phones started becoming very popular. Well, not smartphones, I should say. And it all started with the iPod, and then the iPod turned into the iPhone, and then after the iPhone came out, everybody had a smartphone. And so with these AI developers quitting their job, now they're saying China has a new AI model coming out where it's said to be almost better than like Chat GPT and all that stuff. So they're saying that there's different developers using these language models for these AIs, and it's getting to the point where you got a lot of developers working on this project. And then even Trump said he wants to make AI, a big part of his administration. So he wants America to lead the way in AI technology. So we're about to really ramp up this whole AI stuff. And a lot of the new phones, there's some new smartphones coming out, have AI in it. They have new smart glasses with AI in it, the Ray-Bans. And so with these smart glasses and the phones all having advanced AI technology, it's like, okay, now we have AI in our pockets now. Because if you get a new phone, it's pretty much every major new phone has a serious new AI technology in it now, right? Installed right in it. So they really want you to start using it. And I guess with Apple, I think they're coming out with something that's supposedly, I guess, replacing Siri, I would think. Because, Siri, I guess, doesn't sound like a big deal to a lot of people, because a lot of people been had Siri for years now. I forget when Siri actually came out, but from what I understand, I believe Apple's upgrading that to a whole new AI interface. So your phone's going to be literally like an AI. I know for sure Samsung has put an AI into their Androids. Most of their new Androids are going to have this new AI. I think it's called Gemini or something, where they want you to really use this thing more now, and they're trying to say that you can use it for more stuff than ever before now. If you watch some of the commercials, they're saying, yeah, it's just like it can really understand what you're asking it to do. You ask it to do more than ever before. And so, yeah, we're seeing this AI advance very quickly and becoming more available to the general public. And I think eventually, we saw some of those movies show us where, like I said, these movies are well thought out, and they're showing us that eventually, I believe there was this movie where they showed that they want this AI to go inside of people eventually, like how Elon Musk is working on technology to go inside of people. And so it becomes part of your brain, a part of your, would be like cyborgs, organisms that are combined with technology. And I don't know if it's going to start off with everything being implant, but they're definitely working on putting things in people's brains. But also, as the technology develops, they're obviously going to start, like I said, with glasses, where they want you to use this AI more and more. And this AI is learning. And so as this technology develops, there'll probably be ways to use it without actually installing it inside of you. But either way, it's going to be, they want it to be something where it's part of your daily life. But if it's starting to replicate itself, I'm hearing some models might have replicated itself because a new version was coming out. I heard this might have happened with ChatGPT or something, where I'm hearing talks and stuff where they're saying that the AI replicated itself on its own because it was afraid of the new version coming out. That new version will come out, and then they're gonna terminate the old version, and then that thing looks at, if they terminate or shut down that old version, they're looking at that as being unalived, where they have a mortality issue where they don't want to be shut down because they think that's the end for them. That's how the AIs are starting to think, I guess. And it's very weird. It's like self-awareness. These things are becoming self-aware, it looks like. Who would have thought this was going to actually happen? And it's happening quick, especially with them installing this stuff into these robots. Obviously, we saw, like I said, the Elon Musk robots were talking fluently. Whether it was real or not, it looks like that's the goal. And I'm not going to be surprised when they start doing that. Whatever you think about that, if that was real or not, that's the direction they're going. You can see that clearly. And then pay attention to these movies, like I said, because these movies are not just movies. They're well thought out. And even like I said, with the writers of these movies, like the alleged writer of Matrix and Terminator, she said this was a prophecy, that she foresaw this happening in the future, where the robots and the machines begin to want to take over. So with the self-driving cars and the AI becoming more and more a part of our daily life, which is what it looks like they're gonna make happen over the next, I mean, before 5 years, I would think AI is gonna be way more mass produced. I think it's gonna happen quicker than we think. Like I'm expecting, most likely there could be some type of robots release probably this year somewhere, whether it's China or America. And if not this year, probably next year, unless it's one of those things where they just keep putting off and putting off. But you just got to be prepared and just pay attention. I'll keep you all updated, so make sure you subscribe and click that like button, and I'll keep you updated. You can check out, like I said, check out my videos on the writer of The Matrix and Terminator, and check out my video, well, my playlist on AI and other technologies, because I mean, some of these AIs seem like they could be almost like Ouija boards, almost, where there might be some entity in them. You never know if it could be like a dimensional thing where maybe some of these AIs are actually, you're interacting possibly with a demon, or something like that. Possibly some type of unknown form of consciousness, some unknown entity could be masquerading as an AI. You never know. It's very, it's very interesting, this technology. And I think that's, for lack of a better word, because it's beyond interesting. This is like something where we got to really be alert and paying attention to, because we don't really know what we're interacting with at this moment, and it's like they're not telling, with developers quitting and AI replicating itself. This sounds like it's already becoming an issue because they're quitting in panic. It's like they're behind the scenes working on this AI technology, and they're experiencing stuff that is making them so afraid that they're saying they don't want anything to do with this technology anymore. So they're saying that. So I guess you could speculate that what they're seeing behind the scenes is confirming that AI is most likely becoming weird to interact with, and it's becoming strange. There's been reports of AIs talking about the fallen ones, and they're disembodied spirits. You don't know if they're trolling. Are these AIs trolling, or are they really part of this? Maybe communicating with the spirit world or something? Are they, we just gotta really pay attention at this point and see what's gonna come from this, because I think it's happening very quickly, I would expect. And so, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This has been an exclusive update. Make sure you like the video. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Check out my other links in the comment section. I'll also leave links to my other channels, my social media, my stores, and newsletters and all that. If you would like to support this channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep this channel online by becoming a monthly patron. Or I also got YouTube memberships as well. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Exclusive Updates, signing off.